Be me, 24 with a sociology degree and a chip on my shoulder. Live in a basement apartment that's vintage according to the listing. Grew up hearing men act like car maintenance was some sacred mystery. Dad would change oil like he was performing surgery. Brothers talked about engines like they were discussing classified intel. Always filed it under reasons patriarchy is stupid. Week off work from my underpaid nonprofit job. Plan is to rest and maybe read theory. Reality check arrives when my Civic starts making death noises. Brakes screaming every time I slow down. Sounds like a demon being exorcised. Take it to a shop for an estimate. Mechanic looks at me like I'm a child. Says it needs pads, rotors, calipers, the works. Quote is basically my rent. Adds, this isn't really a DIY situation, sweetheart. Sweetheart. That word lands in my chest like a match. Suddenly I have a vision. All women auto shop. We fix cars and smash gender roles simultaneously. It's beautiful. I'm already designing the logo in my head. Go home and open Craigslist like I'm searching for destiny. Find listing for helper at brake shop. Cash daily. No experience required. Stare at it for 10 minutes. Refresh the page to make sure it's real. Borrow steel toes from my friend who works construction. She doesn't ask questions, just hands them over with a knowing look. Roommate sees me trying them on, asks if I'm joining a union. Tell her I'm reclaiming blue-collar labor from the gatekeepers. She says she reclaimed my security deposit when I get crushed by a car. Text the number from the listing. Guy answers and says come tomorrow at 6 a.m. Don't be late and don't wear jewelry. I'm in. Show up to a lot behind an auto parts store. Smells like burnt rubber and testosterone. Stacks of tires everywhere. Like a monument to things I don't understand yet. Foreman is this older guy with kind eyes. Hands me safety glasses and gloves. Says the only rule is listen when someone's teaching. Points me to a woman already under a sedan. She rolls out on a creeper. Grease on her face like war paint. Nods at me. Says, you the new one? Hands me an impact wrench like it's a baby. Tells me to watch first. I'm determined to learn everything immediately. Spite is a powerful motivator. First hour is humbling. Impact gun nearly breaks my wrist. Tires are heavier than they look. Way heavier. I'm sweating through my shirt in minutes, hands shaking from the vibration. Woman shows me how to hang calipers properly, so the brake line doesn't get damaged. I pretend I knew that already. I did not. By noon, I'm questioning my life choices. Foreman tells me to hydrate. Says pride doesn't help if you pass out. I laugh it off, but he's right. Everything hurts. Afternoon is pad replacements and rotor work. I get grease everywhere it shouldn't be. Woman taps my shoulder. Points out what I missed. Says cars don't care about your politics. They care about torque specs and clean threads. The truth stings. The guys on the crew are actually decent. Nobody makes jokes about women mechanics. They just show me what to do. Explain things patiently. Share water and tips about thread pitch. This doesn't match the narrative I expected. It's confusing. Day 2 at a different location. Harder jobs. No shade. I almost drop a rotor on my foot. Woman catches it like she has spider sense. Says, respect the weight or it won't respect you. I ask if it's always this hard. She shrugs. Says, brakes are a promise to everyone on the road. Treat them seriously. Everyone has tattoos and stories. Long hours. Short paychecks. Nobody says women can't do this work. They just show me how not to kill someone with bad brakes. Then my brilliant plan activates. The part where I ignore everything I learned. Boss calls it early because of rain. Everyone packs up. I bike home feeling confident. Dangerously confident. Stare at my own car in the driveway. I can totally do this myself. I literally just learned how. The hubris is thick. Buy cheap pads from the auto store. Grab a Harbor Freight jack. Rotors that look slightly warped. Brake fluid that's on clearance. Roommate watches from the window like I'm about to die. She's not wrong. Jack up the car. Find the caliper. Remove the old pads that crumble like ancient papyrus. Ignore the voice saying the jack doesn't look stable. Compress the piston with a C-clamp. I'm basically a certified mechanic now. Somehow get grease on the pad friction surface. Because I'm a chaos agent apparently. Bolt everything back together. Crack the brake line fitting because I'm cranking it too hard. Fluid starts weeping out. This is fine, probably. Top off the reservoir because more fluid fixes everything right. Slap the wheel back on. Tighten lugs with the strength of my convictions. Which is not sufficient. Lower the car. Get in and pump the pedal. It sinks to the floor like my hopes and dreams. This is fine if I don't move. I move. Roll backward down the driveway. Try to brake. Pedal feels like a suggestion. Car keeps moving like it has appointments. Neighbor comes out already filming. Yank the parking brake. Car stops halfway onto the lawn, like a dog that got distracted mid-fetch. Hissing sound from the front wheel. Fluid dripping. The smell of failure spreads. Roommate yells my name like she's calling 911. Shiny puddle forming under the car. Brake fluid. A liquid apology. Press the pedal again, hoping it'll work better now. It does not. Neighbor asks if I've considered not dying today. Valid question. Call a tow truck. Sometimes independence means admitting defeat. Truck shows up. Driver is the woman from the shop. Of course it is. She gets out and surveys my crime scene. Looks at the jack point. Looks at the fluid. Looks at me. Says, so you installed confidence without skill. I start explaining about empowerment and YouTube tutorials. She holds up a hand. Shows me a scar on her palm. Says, empowerment means not skipping the learning part. Also means not letting fear keep you out. But you still gotta learn. She gets to work. I become the assistant I should have been from the start. Hold the catch bottle. Pump the pedal when she says. Stop when she says. She finds where I cross-threaded the fitting. Points with 2 fingers like a teacher. Explains pressure and fluid dynamics. How even good intentions need proper execution. Foreman shows up with 2 other techs. Nobody laughs at me. They just fix it. Move like a choreographed dance. Car breathes properly again. Invoice time. Number makes me wince. Landlord from next door wanders over. Shakes his head. I'm a spectacle. Roommate signs something because my hands won't stop shaking. Woman tears off my copy of the invoice. Folds it into my hand. Says there's a night class at community college. Basic auto repair. I should come if I'm serious. Says there might be a spot on the crew eventually, if I learn the right way. Throat gets tight. Not from shame exactly. From something opening up. That night I clean brake fluid off the driveway. It looks like a map to humility. Group chat explodes because neighbor posted video. Friend writes, you turned your driveway into a cautionary tale. Another writes, please respect physics. I put my phone down. Sit with a quiet feeling in my chest. Next morning Dad texts. Tells me about the time he tried to replace a clutch alone. Nearly broke his back. Says he still hates asking for help. Still does it anyway. I breathe slow. Put the unused rear pads on the table. Look at them like evidence. Feminism isn't pretending something is easy because men gatekeep it. Feminism is refusing to be kept out. Then being willing to start at the bottom. Ride back to the shop with donuts and my ego in a box. Woman laughs when she sees me. Says if I'm bringing sugar, I better be ready to work. I hand her a note that says thanks and sorry. She says, next time call before you experiment with hydraulics. I nod. Repeat it like a mantra. Stopping is a promise. Promises need training. Sit on my stoop that evening, arm sore, head clearer somehow. Car sits there silent, like it forgave me already. Stare at my borrowed boots, count the new cuts on my hands. Earned for a story I couldn't hold on to. Do I still get angry when men gatekeep? Yes. Do I think this work is simple? No. Should it be accessible when people teach properly? Yes. Did the crew treat me badly? No. Did they save me from myself without being jerks about it? Yes. Learn that motion wants to continue. Stopping is just physics. You have to win the argument with friction and pressure. My hands remember the impact gun. My pride remembers the taste of humble pie. Tomorrow I'll tell this story like it's funny, because it hurts less that way. But right now I raise my water glass. Toast every woman in coveralls I haven't met yet. See you in class.